It's a stream. Hello, hello. How's it going? Starner for everybody else. How the hell are ya? You may notice that I have light coming at me from both sides now. My new light got here. Which means I have power. Specifically to do things like this. Hey, it's blue now. Or red. Or green. I can make the light different colors. Yeah. What is going on with my webcam here? Like that? That's better. Yeah. Okay. Was fixing something on the vertical stream. Yeah. I have this button labeled red 40. That sounds like a lot of work that I won't be doing. But, I think I will be blue tonight. Blue seems like a good color for space. You heard it here first. Start, Jame. Let's go ahead and... Actually, let's turn the music back on. I'm going to try using Kerbal's music for a bit. Audio, music. Accept. There we go. Yeah, that's a different... There we go. And resume. Load. So. On the last stream... Oh, I have a mod now that lets me see what science I still need to unlock. That'll be useful for me at some point. But yeah, on the... I didn't want to go to the spaceplane hangar. Why did I go to the spaceplane hangar? On the last stream, I landed on the moon. But we ran into a complication in that an experiment I took with me changed from weighing 0.04 tons to weighing 20 tons. And so I had to do some unsavory, hacky things. Also, off-stream, I put some satellites in orbit around the moon just to have additional options. But, yeah, that extra weight and fiddling with it caused it to burn all of the RCS fuel that was in the ship, so I have added RCS fuel back, and I have fixed the weight of that science experiment by editing the save file. Just so anybody who decides to cross-compare, you know, you'll know why that is. Now, yes, I did land on more stable boulders. I need to rendezvous with this ship. I think that means I need to start when it's like here-ish, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm also not under its orbital trajectory exactly, so I'm going to have to deal with that. But that's fine. What I do know is I need to go just south of 90, which is here. So I need to go kind of in this area, and I probably need to do it let's say here. We're gonna try from here and see what happens. Okay, the other thing that I need to remember is that I have very limited RCS fuel. Even with the re-added stuff, I don't have a lot. So, but there's no other attitude control on this, on this vessel. So, that's also fun. That's the wrong way. Burp. This is fine. This is fine. This is gonna be fine. Okay, so things I have learned. I needed to make that change sooner. That's fine. I can do this. And let's see here. Okay, that's going to be a 17-second burn. Oh boy. Where is it? Okay. I'm gonna try and get this. But I don't know if I have the fuel since I hecked it up before. Okay. So now I want to get an orbit going. Oh, this is gonna be tight. Do I have an apoapsis yet? Or periapsis? I do. Okay. So that's something. Let's go and turn off RCS. Okay. And then ooh. Alright. Alright. Can I make the... Is there even a way for me to make this work? Okay, I think... Okay, I think something that I want to do, and this feels weird, is I'm gonna want to lower my apoapsis. So let's warp to here. Because I think I want to catch up to it. No, I want it to catch up to me. Okay, that means I want to raise my periapsis. Okay. Well then, let's just start by fixing that. And then okay. Yeah. I'm gonna reload the quick save. I feel like my chances of succeeding at that were very low, but this is why we run simulations, is what I'm telling myself. Okay. I needed to wait. I don't know why I didn't wait. I needed to do this later on in the orbit. I went way too early, and then I didn't change anything. That was one of the biggest problems. Okay. Okay. Something exploded. The flag, maybe? Hello, I am doing well. Okay. Let's focus on orbit for now. This time I waited too long. Add a maneuver. That puts me something like okay, nope. Go. Oh my god, this fucking UI, man. Okay. I want to do this and do this. That was the... Okay, new plan. I'm gonna wing it. I'm not gonna wing it. I'm gonna wing this part, and this part only. Or everything after this part. I'm gonna maneuver node this, wing the rest. Okay. I kind of drift a little bit. All right. Let's get this going. Okay. That's fine. Okay. And then let's jam on the prograde. Let's jam on the up. Okay. This is good, because now we'll catch up to it. Okay. Okay. So we do now have a lower orbit. So I'm going to turn off RCS. I'm going to get rid of this maneuver. Of course it's control locked. Okay. So we're going to be 50 kilometers away, then we're going to be 35 kilometers away, so that's going to take a couple of goes. But I think we're okay. Oh, I should fix my nodes, though. No, that way was correct. If I do that, then the nodes become much lower. Okay. Okay, that's what I want. Alright, how am I doing on monoprop? Not great. But I can use it in little bursts and drift to where I want to be. Then turn it off. And then warp to the node. Okay. Okay. Good. All right, and now gonna do that, and then this, and I'm just gonna gently bring my periapsis down. Bring my orbit lower, I mean. Okay, and that's gonna get us to a 5-kilometer intersection without smacking me into the side of the moon, which I greatly enjoy. And we're gonna change this to target mode. Because what I would like to be doing is moving towards my target. Okay. All right. Hey, Alan P. Cool. I am trying to rendezvous my lander with my orbiter around Kerbin. Or around the moon, I mean. Why did I say Kerbin? Okay. Let me see here. Okay, half a kilometer. I'm running low on RCS though. Okay. This is where it's gonna get interesting. Does this have a good apoapsis periapsis setup? It does. Okay. So this is where we have to rely on not a pilot. So he can't hold attitude control. Because for some reason, I didn't put whatever would be needed to do that, like a probe module, I guess. Okay. So we're gonna get very close. Okay, good to know. So I'm gonna want to do this very carefully until I can get Jeb on board. Okay. And I could abuse warp, but I'm not going to. Yet. I'm gonna go ahead and quick save. I'm confident enough to overwrite my quick save. Okay. That was almost very bad. Okay. Oh, all right, good, good. This is fine. Everything is fine. Okay. Quick save, we're gonna switch vessels. We're gonna specifically set the Clampatron Jr. as our target. And we are going to RCS coast our way there. All right. I think we're doing it. All right. Okay, this is more tense than I would like it to be, and our angle's a little weird. Maybe we back off just a little bit and we... You know what? No, we go for it. What's the worst that could happen? We run out of RCS. That's the worst that could happen. Okay. It's okay. I will now go ahead and abuse time warp. So many. Alan, I have... Oh, can I actually look at CCAN? I have this many installed. It's a lot. I can't tell which stream you're on. There, now the vertical stream can see it. Here is the full list of mods I have installed. Okay. That is more than me. Okay. I like to imagine that Jeb is on comms with Bill right now, just being like, okay, no, not okay, yeah, like that, but better. Okay, a little to the left. No, your left. Kind of thing. Okay. I think I can still save this. Okay. I'm time warping actually for time now and not not to abuse the physics. Okay, so okay. Let's try this again. Okay, I'm confident that I've fully come to a stop there, so I'm okay with that. All right. Have I done it? Come on. Kiss. Yes! We have done it. Okay. Woo! Alright, transfer crew. Jeb. You're going over here, bud. Transfer crew. Oh, actually. If I want to make sure I take all the right data. Take data. Okay. He has RCS though, right? Yes. Okay. This isn't how I intended to transfer Bob, but here we are. Okay. I do have free IVA. My boys. All right. I think am ready to return to Kerbin. It was in this moment that HP realized he did not put a decoupler on his rocket. That's fine. That's fine. there, and right. Yeah, I will be keeping my landing module attached, I think. Because it might allow me to spin around. Okay. "17-second burn. I've got 2 minutes of, oh no, that's RCS Delta V. I've got about 2 minutes of Delta V. Okay. So, I can bring this back so as not to leave space junk. And, we'll be fine. And let's see here. It's fine. It was a seat of the pants node anyway. I had that marked for a reason. I don't know what it was though. And I'll come in relatively light at like 36. Okay, quick save. Let's just kind of see how it goes. Yeah, ship it. Cut it, print it. Alright. Let's point retrograde as long as we can. No sense not burning out on my fuel out here alone. This is a weird Elite Dangerous mod. Why not? There's nobody in here, right? Okay. I may have forgotten to put a decoupler right here, which is the reason for this awkward descent. I am aware of Archipelago. I keep meaning to do one where I put a bunch of the Zelda games together. A KSP randomizer, huh? Interesting. Do you have to go? Ah. I do not have any decoupling in my staging, unfortunately. But it seems like this is working. You've made every part an unlock. Fantastic. Contingent on what? I do not appear to have put a heat shield on this. I think I assumed that it would handle it well enough on its own. But it's doing okay, and I do have 2 parachutes, so we'll probably be fine. Ah, so you might be unlocking things for other people's games. What are the other games you've got going in it? I'm gonna pull these chutes at probably around 3K just to give myself extra time to... Drogue. Disable engine? There we go. Nice. That's a penis. That sounds like fun. Perfect. Perfect. No damage whatsoever. Recover vessel. I did it. I did it. And I brought back some science. Ah, yes. Good old abuse of mania to get stuff done. Okay, so that got me some money. Alright, I need to get some moonstone, which I don't know why I didn't do. I need to do this, and I need to do this, and this didn't work because they were 2 vessels. Or they weren't the different vessels. They were 1 vessel that disconnected. Okay, so I'm going back to the moon. Yeah, I do get back the service module and the landing module. Of note, Alan, I'm playing with a mod that makes it so my parts don't cost any money, just the building upgrades. Because I wanted some progression, but I didn't want full career mode tedium. Okay. Let's see here. I have 260. Heavier rocketry, Alright, let's take space exploration. So science mode didn't have enough progression for me because I wanted the buildings to be things I would have to progress through. So like, I want to have ComNet. And because I have Outer Planets installed in science mode, the tracking station can just communicate with everything all the time, basically, because it was fully upgraded. So it's like little things like that. So I can get 1 thing from this tier. What should I get? Ah, you prioritized the stuff that lets you do more science. Good. Good, good. I don't really need that. I don't need those yet. Boy, I don't actually know what I want to do here. I haven't unlocked either of these, and that's fine. Advanced landing? No. I don't want to do exploits, though. I want to do it right. Quote unquote. Okay, so this would get me a bunch of new satellites and stuff, which is neat. The octagonal strut actually is so funny to me. Nope, we're going specialized construction because that gets me the hybrid docking mechanisms, which are way better than normal docking ports. And also, I get my normal docking ports. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I installed a mod that let me build ships in orbit. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely getting this one. Okay. So, now let's put a small space station around the moon. Oh, actually, before we do that, let's hire some more Kerbals. Because I get the feeling that the ones I leave around the moon are going to be there for a while. Alright, we will want an engineer, a very stupid scientist. Actually, no, we'll take Cloudmore here. And I am gonna get Lindsay and Jean. I'll get Lindsay. You have an orbiter idea? Hit me. Or you have a better idea? Okay. There's a typo there. Cool. So while you do that, I'm gonna start putting this together. And okay. There we go. Clampatron. Good. Space exploration. So these are planetary surface structures, which I'm into, but I'm not there yet. Not construction, though. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna put this in space. On-orbit storage outside a station has some uses, like keeping ice cream nice and cool. Okay. So that is related. That's an inflatable thing. Put a module with a probe core and a vacuum engine. I don't know if I have the engine type that you're talking about. Any type of engine that's vacuum optimized? Okay. Alright, I'll bite. Probe core and a vacuum optimized engine. That one's too small. And a fuel tank. Okay. Probe core, fuel tank. this guy. All right. This is a hyper vacuum optimized engine. I think it uses what I want. Oh, right, and a docking port. Clampatron Jr. Full-size Clampatron. As a treat. Okay. I have done... That's a lander can. That's not a probe core. Look, it was very probe core shaped. There. I've hidden the probe core inside the lander can. Or inside the docking module. Now what? I'm going to drink this kombucha, will you tell me? That's medium at best. Hey, we're in construction mode. Let's load up Red 40. I have a new light. I'm very fond of it. It can do colors. And this is titled Red 40 because it's the color red at 40% brightness. I'm gonna need to launch a bigger version of this into Kerbin orbit. Okay, if I'm putting time into an orbital launch, I need to know what I'm doing. Like, I need to know the payoff. Semi-permanent space station? But I want to build a space. I have a space station parts mod. That's what I want to put in space right now. Yeah. Station core. There it is. Ooh, Mark II lander can fits really nice on there. That's neat. I'm not gonna do it, but it's neat. While I don't disagree, Ecom, I do want to get a good station core up with like room for a Kerbin. That's on my list. Kerbal. Room for a Kerbal. Heat. You. I remembered this time. Top priority? Cupola module. I mean, you're not wrong. Get a nice big fuel tank on there. Get... I wanted to be in science. Get a computer in here. I'm a computer. Put a docking port on it. Okay. Put a nose cone on that. Too big. Too small. Just right. Because we suck, Ecom. That's why. Now, I should have a good... I thought I had a bigger monoprop tank, but I guess not. It's fine. This has monoprop in it. Has 30. That's not a lot, but it's okay. RCS. Just a little bit of RCS as a treat. Okay. Only with the 2. That'll be fine. Let's not put them pointed at the ladder. Alright. And then an engine on here, the smallest engine I can put on this size fuel tank. So much thrust weight already. I did forget a decoupler. But I brought a heat shield this time. So that should be able to decouple, if nothing else. There we go, stack decoupler. Wait, nope, stack will end up in... Well, no, this whole thing I won't be decoupling until it's on a suborbital trajectory. So, no space junk here. Okay. Now... Now we start figuring out the constituent parts for the station. Do a fully reusable rocket? I mean, at some point. I definitely will. I am not there yet, though. Cupola. Station core. Station. Who would be ringing the doorbell? Oh, I see. I will let JR answer that. Okay. So yeah, that. These do not have their own what you call it? Fuel reserves. So let's go ahead and do this. They're also going to want communications. Okay, good. Batteries. And photovoltaic panels, both. All right, this is not going to be a long-term stay station, I don't think. Though I do want to put... I kind of want to put a fuel tank on it, mostly so that I can... Like, if I get ships into orbit and I'm going to deorbit them, so that I can dump the fuel on the station before I deorbit. So like one of these, but empty. You know? Okay, and then I have a lot of new clamping options. But in order to get those, I need something to do something. Isn't there a way to slap things on the side of things? There we go. that kind of works. But that's just for the regular Clampetrons. I want to use these cool hybrid docking mechanisms that I figured out. Ooh, a telescoping Clampetron. That's neat. Okay. Let's plan on having 2 things that come off of this. And I'll use the normal Clampetron, I guess. Even though I hate it. Deploy. Retract. Neat. It's actually super cool. Okay. So that's a habitation module and a station core and a cupola. Like that's the beginnings of a station. An empty fuel tank on it. It should get its own RCS. Let's see here. Yeah, gets its own RCS. And it's got plenty of monoprop. And what? Radial attachment points. That's what I was thinking of earlier. Okay. Do I have a lab yet? I do, but the lab is big. I think the lab will go up in a second launch. Right now, I just want to establish the presence of the station. And then we'll put a lab on it. Radial attachment point junior makes me happier. And then coupling. Dock craft to refuel to make my first mission to Duna easier. That's not a terrible idea. Put a bigger fuel tank on it. Something like that. Launch it empty. Okay. So that's all good, and then Phantom, I do not have a lot of those mods yet, unfortunately. I do have Construction, which lets me build ships in orbit, which I discovered I had today. I was not fully aware. So that's fun. Androgynous docking mechanism. There we go. These are like super docking ports, as I understand it. When you dock with them, you can put them in station mode, and they make it one ship instead of having it have that wobbly dock connection. So I'm gonna try those out. Okay. So This is a start. Well, thank you very much, Phantom. You get a button press.
Welcome to the think tank.
Hope we see you around. Alright. Let's put big rockets into space. Big decoupler. I don't want the stack one, I want the regular one. And engine-wise, what do we got? We got... Do I still not have anything big? There we go. Please launch this on a reusable craft. I don't think I'm good enough for reusable craft yet. What's the difference here? Skipper? Yeah, I don't have the mod installed, and I don't even know if it's still updated. There used to be a mod that would let you, like, you would separate you'd stage the ships, and it would create a quick save. Like a FMRS, yes. So you'd stage it, and it would, like, create a layered quick save. So you'd land your lander and do the other one as separate things, and then it would sort of merge the two things in history. Okay. So I need about 3,700 Delta V in my lower stages. To get where I want to be. I mean, I'm happy to install it. Maybe I will do it after I launch this first bit of the station core up. Yeah, we'll do the next one as reusable if we do that. So, okay. My work computer rebooted apparently and decided to take over my main monitor. Okay. Coupling. Part of me is still old school. And okay. Nope. Aerodynamics. There we go. Well, this has way more than enough Delta V. To the point where I'm probably better off doing that. I should put the payload in a fairing. You're right. We'll put that fairing here. Assuming I have a big enough fairing. I do, yay. Come on. Go. Close fairing. Close fairing. I've definitely done an inline fairing before. Oh, wait. Close fairing. Is that under command and control or utility? Do I have a launch escape system? I do. Okay. Cool. This one is gonna need parachutes. I put it there. Right, action groups exist. That's here. The abort button, I would want you and you to be a thing. Okay. Let's just go ahead and, for my own sanity, put these on different things. Okay. Good. I think I'm going to err on the side of I hate my stuff flipping over. Just put some little winglets on here. Hey, Grateful, it's going well. How about yourself? Also, fractured crustacean, all things return to crab. How are you doing? Willkommen, bienvenue, and all that. You just launched a satellite in this game? Nice. I'm quite fond of my. This is gonna be the KSS Frog Lab. I am quite proud of my current satellite constellation. Is that the thing? I managed to, when I was setting up my ComNet, get these into almost perfect 90-degree orbits from each other, and they are within less than 0.001 of a second of orbital period from each other. And then these also exist, because I wanted to. Okay, Alan? What color would you like for the things I can control to be? I believe that is what Ooh Pretty does. You must tell me. Red? Ah. Red. I can do red. I can do even more red if I want to. Just gotta get into the right apps, because everything's dumb. Red. Red. And this is what happens when you cobble together all of your stuff. none of it is in the same ecosystem, and you have to go into a bunch of different things to change your stuff. I'm glad you're doing well, Grateful. Probodyne QBE with a reaction wheel, light, solar panels, 200 battery bank, decorative ladders, and a Minmus cyan light. I love it. Haven, welcome to the channel. How you doing? It is a pity that it will occasionally do that, yes. But even with it being occasionally disturbed, it'll be fine. Let me see here. I actually still have RCS and enough fuel to deorbit all 4 of them. So, yeah. What is its orbital period currently? Yeah. Still good. Oh. Tracking station. Some of the other ones are at 23 hours, 59 minutes, 59 seconds. Like, so perfectly not leveled up to the next one that it makes me laugh. Fire. You'll be sending a Kerbal to add some RCS systems to it. I love it. I'm going to keep the brain light as a rainbow, but otherwise I think we're good. Back to the VAB. Let's see what we can do here. Load the ship that I was just working on. Please. Please. I did hit save, right? There it is. Whew. Okay. This has all made me realize that there are things that I have forgotten. For instance, I don't know if any part of this... Okay, that does have torque. Good. Has torque. It doesn't, however, have a flight unit. I'm just gonna embed one in it. This station is going to, just be me messing with doing a station for the first time, and B, it is going up with an empty fuel tank that I will eventually be adding more fuel to. It's also got 2 of these docking mechanisms that I can latch other things onto. But yeah, right now it is be a station. It has comms. It should have a probe core of some variety. Just more out of caution than anything. Where is it trying to stick this? I'm so confused. Anybody have any idea where that probe core is? Can you just nest a probe core inside another part and it'll work? Is that just a thing you can do? Like, probe core. Just like, yeah, just shove me in there. I'm so confused. Okay, it's not actually doing it this time. I don't know what it did before. I think the game got confused and then confused me. You say that. But what did I just do? If I launch... Okay, no, it just deleted the probe core. That's what happened. Okay, Val is gonna fly this one up. And Judith and Lindsay are going up. And then we're gonna add an attachment point and put a probe core on this thing properly. Tiny. Okay. Where? Oh, where? I'll put it here. And it's a pod, right? Right there. Okay. Now let's make sure all these engines work the way that I want them to. Because right now I don't think they do. This, and then that, and then... I didn't put a decoupler here, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay. This, and then... Wait a second. Where is... Okay, that engine is down there. Boy, none of this makes sense. This is why you check your staging. I don't want that one. I do want this to be... Okay, now here, and then here. All right. And then that goes away. This decoupler and that engine go at the same time. Then I can separate the fairing. And then after the fairing... Oh, wait, no, I'm going to want this to stay. Do I want a decoupler here, then? I'm trying to think about, like, deorbiting the station, but that's fine. This right now, as it stands, this piece doesn't have a way to deorbit itself, and I hate that. But I can leave it attached to the station. What is the point of that? Like, versus that. Why not just this? Right? is this thing getting its fuel from? Because that was empty. Is it cross-feeding all the way down from here? I'm so confused. Alright, I need to figure out how this doesn't work, because it absolutely doesn't. Like, I know that that is the case. I just need to figure out how. So... oh, that's a good note. I might toy with that after I blow this up. Okay. No. I never want sticky keys, and I always forget to turn those off. Perfect. Well, I've already discovered a way that I don't like this. I don't care that it's night. I'm gonna launch this for giggles. Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be a horrible, curb-shattering kaboom. Alright. Let's reintroduce the wobble. These are very powerful boosters. Pay no attention to these parts clipping into each other, I'm sure it's fine. Okay. Let's go ahead and get these safely ejected the only way I know how. Okay. If you want to be fancy, you gotta strut your stuff. I like it. It's a good motto. I'm gonna be really annoyed if this just works. Welcome back, Fractured. Do you prefer Fractured, Crustacean, Krusty? Do you have a preferred way to be addressed? Yeah, how dare you allow for my nonsense game? Huh. Fractured? Alright. Let's go ahead and just get rid of that. Since you use Fractured for most of your gamer tags, fair enough. And then let's go ahead and deploy the fairing. Since this is apparently just gonna work. Uh, 5 minutes to apoapsis. Okay. Right, I'm in physics time warp because I'm still in the atmosphere somehow. Okay. Now we're in space. I'm gonna burn this weird. Yeah, how dare this accidental success steal the thunder from my carefully planned disaster? $80, $79. Good enough. So that's our maneuver. It's a 1 second burn. That's under a kilometer of perfect, but that's not good enough. Okay, so I think what I want... Do I care this much? A little bit. Okay. Nope. Let's go. $79. Okay. Good enough. I'm within 300 meters of a perfect orbit. Let's go ahead and transfer some crew. Oh, didn't mean to EVA, but you know what? You're going on a spacewalk. EVA report. did leave a way. Yeah, there's a way for them to get in. And board. Okay. Cool, cool. All right. Pretty good. Nice little space station. That seems like a bug. Totally safe. And then we are also going to transfer crew. Lindsay Kerman. Transfer. Okay, so only Val is in that. We've got Kerbals in here, which is great news for them. We have just so much liquid fuel, which seems wrong and bad. I don't think this can attach to this, but let's find out. Let's go ahead and okay, I figured out something I did wrong. I didn't put a decoupler here. So I'm gonna have to blow the cupola. This seems like a terrible idea. Who's with me? Okay. Everything went great. Honestly, that could have gone significantly worse. Hey, Ireland. Valentina got to do an explosion? I now know that I need to bring up another cupola. Let's do this. Control from here. Set his target. Okay. Everything's gonna be fine. All right. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I said it's fine. I don't even know if these can dock. No, they can't. All right, now I've learned. And I've used up almost half the monopropellant in that and almost all the monopropellant in this. This is why monopropellant is a sucker's game. And I ruined my orbit. Oh well, Valentina, you're going home. Goodbye, Frog Lab. Let's see if I can land this thing. I actually don't know what the TWR on this engine is in Atmo. Not great. I think I can get most of this back, though. I'm really kind of annoyed that that worked. Huh. I'm not quite going to be able to go for splashdown, but I find it very funny that it was almost an option. Oh, or am I? Oh. Uh. Perfect. It's just, get over here and do a little bit of splishy splashy. Oh. Come on. So we want to go this way. Go on. Yes. No. No. We got it. Everything's fine. That was just an empty fuel tank. Let's go ahead and do a EVA report. Take a take a surface sample. Go ahead and get back in here. And crew report. Go ahead and recover the vessel. We're going to go to the tracking station. We're going to pick up our garbage. Then we're going to go back to the satellite and we're going to extend its communication dishes. Because right now, canonically, they're in a communications blackout. As far as KSC knows, the satellite got up there, or the station got up there, and then Valentina exploded the cupola and crashed down in next to a pond. And she ain't talking. Okay, let's take a look at my debris. My debris. What are these? Okay, that's gonna crash in. That's fine. You are orbiting the sun. Okay. That's fine too. Anyway, KSS Frog Lab. Ah! Do. Blue alert. Let's go ahead and extend. Go ahead and transmit some data. Okay. I mean, it's a station. It would be hard for anybody to claim that it isn't. I guess what we'll do is we'll say control from here. See how hard that was, Ecom? So difficult for you. Okay. We point it directly into the sky, and let's see here. The fins were never supposed to make it up here. This was all a lark. Left, alt, left click. Ha ha ha. Okay. The vast nothingness of space. Aha, sleeping. Okay. Cool. And also it's a space station. So success. Now what? Back to the Space Center. I didn't even have a reason for putting that thing there. Not really. Though, actually, you know what? That exact same design could put a station on the moon. Like, it had so much fuel. Yeah, Duna is on the list. I still need to hit Minmus. I'm trying to do everything, and I have missions on the moon right now that I need to do. So I need to put a station. I don't need to put a station in orbit around the moon, but putting a station in orbit around the moon is good, because that lets me set up the rendezvous and crew transfer that I need to do for this mission. Then I can take stuff with me to actually do this correctly this time. And get the sample, and then I also need to get some moonstone and bring it back. It suggests biomes, but I feel like you can just do it wherever, right? Bring a moonstone. A moonstone. That's going to be something that you pick up. That's going to be an inventory item. Okay. All right. Those are things to do then. So, let's figure this out. We are still going to send... Yeah, using the Kerbin orbit as a test bed is not the worst thing I've ever done. There's a different station core. Neat. It's a tiny one. Okay. That being said. Command pod. Like, a lot of this is going to be similar. In fact, let's start with the KSS Frog Lab. Then let's make some tweaks. First of all, let's go ahead and put a decoupler on here. Okay. Good start. Now, part of me wants to do this just to be 1,000,000,000% sure I have the fuel, but like, I have the fuel. There's no reason for this. Okay, these are fun and all, but I think I'm gonna put actual normal docking ports. Do I need more than one for this station? All right, let's put this here. Since I'm not going to need to blow the cupola up this time. You're funny, Ecom. Okay, let's put this here. Yeah, we'll do a pair of those. That's fine. Okay, so this is just so much delta V. Like, just a shocking amount of delta V. Later, Fractured. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you had a good one. And I hope the rest of your day goes well. I've remembered something. Struts. We're messing with a winning formula here, but it feels like maybe this is correct. Okay. Got the probe core for that, which is good. That'll let it hold attitude. So I need to work a lander into this design. I could launch a second lander later. If I'm doing that, though, I'm realizing now that what I should do is I should put one regular docking port and one junior docking port. So that I have options. Is there a low profile, full size Clampatron? No. Yes? Yes, but not really. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so that all works. Now, okay, here's a question. If I'm planning on just leaving this in orbit around the moon, do I need this upper stage? Oh, I guess getting someone home. That's what this is for. This is for getting a Kerbal home. Okay. I would like to send another module with this. And okay, yeah, I'll do this, and then when I send the next set, what is going on here? Oh, my fins are in the way. Yeah, okay, cool. And there you are. Okay. I am gonna go ahead and put radial attachment module. Oh, interesting. Yeah, when I send the next batch, I will send along a habitation. No, I have a habitation module, don't I? Yes. So I've got a station core, a cupola, and a habitation module. So I will send along hydroponics and something else. Another module type. Maybe a star utility module. Oh, that's for the tiny space station. I'm learning things. This is all fine. This is all good. I'll send something. But if I'm gonna send something, then I need to make this a connecting point with this. Nope. Do I have a bigger one? Androgynous. By size. C100, C100 Mark II. Doesn't quite fit. Okay. We will just do a couple of full-size Clampetrons. Okay. If I'm doing that, then I don't need this weird one, which is good. I will send it with the tiny one, though, I think. But we'll put the tiny one over here. Yeah! Things can just dock to this central utility bit. Okay, so I can't think of a good reason this won't get to the moon, which is really almost disturbing and upsetting. Let's go ahead and put these fins back on, since they didn't hurt anything. KSS Frog Lab dash Mun. Or Mark Moon. Save. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Launch. And then we're gonna send a lander. But we're not gonna feel beholden to the Apollo style lander this time, because I've done that once now. I managed to rendezvous my Apollo style lander in orbit, by the way, Egum. I don't know if you saw. Let's get to sunrise. It was touch and go for a minute. I will say that. Quick save. SAS on, quick save again, launch. So much for those struts. Well, this worked so well last time. Jeb, Bob, and Bill are taking it for the team this time. Okay. I could have put separatrons on this. Didn't really think that through. It's a little sad. This almost looks like an actual rocket. Come on. Yeah. Not gonna need the launch escape system again. And then, yeah, this booster just burns, man. For so long. I'm gonna do this. Because this just feels like what I should be doing. Alright, alright. Let's go ahead and really quickly deploy the fairing. Undock that. And then let her rip. Okay. Good. Yeah, we'll do that. It's a 17-second burn. Really probably an 18-second burn. And here we go. Okay. And cool. Almost perfectly circular orbit. Let's go to the moon. Didn't want that to be part of the maneuver. It's fine. Sometimes I hate the freaking maneuver planner. Okay. Well, that's the wrong way then, isn't it? So that gets me a nice low periapsis for 800 delta V. What can we do if we want to do less than that? Okay, so this is a better spot for it at least. Yeah, the delta V numbers don't change a whole lot, do they? Right about there is the cleanest. And that amount of a burn. Okay. It's a 37-second burn. I've got 44 seconds worth of burn in this stage. Now the downside is if I have to stage and do any sort of weird capture burn, then I am leaving a bunch of stuff in orbit. So what if I instead assume I'm going to need a weird capture burn and get this on a free return? I'm living a life of fear. I can do this. And there. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Node in 9 minutes. So Valentina's gonna bring the lander, I guess. And we're gonna start this burn at 18-ish seconds. Okay. I might be able to make other things about this work now that I think about it. Okay. Cool. Yeah. And let's go to the moon again. Let's go ahead and extend our satellite. Yeah, strong connection. Okay. So a full capture burn is gonna take. All right, how far? What can I do with 165? 165 gets me there. Okay, we're gonna do a weird thing then. We're gonna capture as soon as we can. We're gonna set this piece to crash in, and then we're gonna use the remaining delta V of the other stage to circularize. Which is gonna involve docking it on the side and dealing with some weird forces. But I think I can make it work. Okay, so that's a 3-second burn. In an hour. Okay. Let's just say warp to next maneuver. And I'm gonna quick save and just like burn slower here to get my capture, I think. Okay. Yeah. So my periapsis is 3,400, which is real low. In fact, that might be in the danger zone. Okay. I'm okay. I'm all right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. If there had been a Kerbal on the ground, that would have been a whole situation. Okay. I'm glad I thought to check. Okay. Let's go ahead and Clampatron. Game. There we go. All right. I guess this should have just been a stack decoupler, but here we are. Make sure we say control from here. Well, this thing is shockingly nimble. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get that up to like 7,000. Okay. I wanted 7,000, but I hit the wrong button. $9,400 seems safe. Comparatively speaking. Okay. Stability assist? Okay. RCS. Okay. We're getting there. It's gonna have to be done in bursts. I knew I'd have to deal with weird forces, so... this is fine. Let's turn off stability assist. And RCS. And then what I'll do is I will just mash when I'm near. Then we're gonna spin it. Okay. This did not quite go according to plan. But that's fine. We're figuring it out. We're getting there. Okay. Oop. That's not what I meant to have happen, but sure. Just did a few extra orbits as a treat. You have a mystery package? Fantastic. Good luck with that. I hope it's fun. If it is, you'll have to share. Okay. Ought to be something from last year's desert bus. Some mystery item that you forgot you won in a fugue state. Okay. Warp around. Warp around. Come on. Okay. We're getting somewhere. $95, $10, okay. Oh, that's prograde. I want retrograde. Okay. 95, 95. Okay, we're within 50 meters of a perfectly circular orbit. We're not super eccentric. There appears to have been something that's gone wrong with the lighting. There we go. I thought I had minimum ambient lighting turned on, but I guess not. Okay, so I should leave a Kerbal with the station, shouldn't I? No, it's got a probe core. I don't need to leave a Kerbal with the station. I can EVA Bill, though. And it would be cool if I could detach this. Extend antenna. I didn't realize I'd blocked the crew hatch with that. Well, all right then. So that's EVA. The Clampetrons kind of work. That's awesome. I just want to close this hatch. I want to be a responsible space goer. Okay, my ability to close this hatch is somewhat hampered, so instead I will just get in my seat. Yeah, there's a clipping issue occurring there. That's fine. Okay, so I can now return them home. What kind of Delta V does that need? And do I have the ability to transfer fuel? If I set that to red... Oh, that just tells it not to use it. There we go. Yes, I do. I just have to pin the other one. So I could take fuel from this, which I realize now would have been a way smarter way to do the other thing that I was doing. So, how much fuel do I need to get this little guy back to Kerbin? Like, what's the bare minimum? I'm gonna say undock. I'm going to unset my target. No, stop it. Unset target. Okay, now I have no target. And if I were to leave to go back to Kerbin, I would want to do it from here. I guess here's the best spot. And it would take... ...290 meters per second of Delta V. which is more than 3 times what I currently have. So, I'm okay with that. So I can give up, I mean, easily more than half my fuel. I think I can go down to 100. Like 100, 120? What's the ratio here? 9 to... There's not a good ratio, is there? 22 to 18, so not... okay. 11 to 9. So, if I were to go down to... something like that. How much delta V do I then have if I undock? 500? Plenty. That even allows enough for mistakes. Crazy. Okay. And right there. Cool. Yeah, let's just make sure we're not like in line with it when we go to fire. Warp to next maneuver. And we will be as close as doesn't matter. All right, and we're definitely on a trajectory. Go away. And I have a decoupler, I have parachutes. Actually, like, really doing well this time. Okay, point retrograde. Burn off the last of our fuel so that this will harmlessly detonate. Do that. And all will be well. And I was able to leave some fuel in the station, which is just dandy. Oh, can I come down on the mountains? That would be cool. And go ahead and deploy. Our boys have taken a trip to the mountains. And now we don't even have to worry about those. Take a surface sample. EVA report. Board. Get in there. Take a crew report. And recover the vessel. Oh, man. I do not want to use deferred. Okay. So... Bum 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 ba-dum. Bum ba-dum. Dum dum. Do 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 do. Bailout grant. Only 21,000 funds? Research rates sell out is such a tiny amount. I don't even know how much reputation I have. It's fine though. So now I want to send a similar vessel. But I want it to have a lander and modules for the station. So let's see here. Let's start with the modules. Should I make the top of it the lander? Like something like this. Like, I guess leave that together. Like this is a thing that could exist. I feel like I would need a different engine. Like a set of thuds, maybe? That has potential. I mean, if I'm doing that, do I even need this, the full-size pod? I would want landing legs, I guess. This would be good in that it would give me torque, which is not currently something I actually have. On my other lander design, okay, but then that's a lot of delta V. That's weird. Okay, fine. There's way too many parachutes. So I guess I put the heat shield on the bottom of this. Like that's something, right? Yeah, let's go with that. Coupling, and then we're gonna add a decoupler. I'm okay with that. All right, let's figure out the modules we're bringing for the space station then. Each one is going to need a probe core and RCS, bare minimum. So hydroponics. Let's see here. Does not come with monoprop built in. So that's fine, that's fine. We will use a full-size clampetron. To attach it. And then let's go ahead and put a little monopropellant tank on it. Nope. Like that, but different. Okay, yeah, monoprop. Where are we going to put the probe core? Guess right there, and then I am okay saying that because I have emptied the fuel tank, that it can go inside the empty tank. And then, so that does have some torque built into it, I think. Yeah, not a lot, but some. So then let's get RCS engines on it. Okay, so a hydroponics module and a science lab. And this one is going to be a little different, I think. Huh. Yeah. Gonna go ahead and say move you up into the tank. Good. Then we'll get these RCS engines off of you. Build, please. Okay, there we go. Okay, on this one, we don't want it in the way of the ladder, so we'll put them here. Perfect. Let's give each of these a way to generate some electricity. And a way to be communicated with. Okay. I mean, that all seems plausible. And then we are going to put a probe core under a separatron. Or under a separator. Which will be... Ah, that's what's going on there. Partially. Yeah, probe core. And then let's just... Good. Move. Okay. Good. Okay. There we go. Now that can stack separate, and we will put another probe core here with a little antenna. Right there. And a little battery. Right there. And some solar panels. Okay, and that will all be part of this engine. And let's go ahead and see if we can't shore this up somehow. Struts. Okay. Good. Good. And good. All right, plenty of struts. Edit fairing. Close fairing. Okay, so there is a world where this works. It's a sad world. I don't love it. But it is a world that exists. Okay. So close. There we go. Okay. This feels like a dangerously low amount of delta V for what I'm trying to accomplish. But I don't have a better idea. Other than more rockets. Okay. I don't know, man. Does that actually do anything? It's made a 6100 delta V. Okay. Let's put some of this stuff up where I don't have to worry about it. Because I'm going to be manually decoupling a lot of this. Okay, so that's something. Now, the lander can. I need to put... a deployable thing. Needs a deployed central station, bring a trained engineer, or it will only... Okay. Needs a deployed central station. Okay. Probodyne experiment control station. Okay. So you're going... You're going, and then we are also going to not bring a parachute for Jeb because he will go down with his ship if he has to. That is too big for a Jeb. Okay. Well, then I need to bring a storage situation. Little storage canister. Service? Nope. Bigger service bay. That is not what I want. I want an inventory. Cargo. There we go. I can shove a cargo unit on the side. There we go. Aha! Congratulations on your forgotten book. Okay. Go ahead and do that. Let's put an EVA repair kit in here. And an EVA experiments kit. Okay, so do that to balance the weight. Good. Everybody's got their stuff. Let's get our LCU. Or our LES. Okay. Actions. Just for silliness, let's make sure that we add you and you. And you. Okay. All of that is to the abort. KSS KSS Moonlab renovations. Okay. Save. Let's see here. Crew. Let's go ahead and also bring Clowmore and Val. Mun Lab Vegas. Good. All right. This feels like it can't possibly work. So all of these, then this middle one, then this guy to just whatever that is, and then I guess I can use the thuds if need be. What if I put the thuds down here? That does increase the TWR. I'm gonna put the thuds on their own thing. Okay, we're gonna save this. We're gonna launch it. And we're going to go purple alert. This is the last chance I have at anything. Actually, before I launch this, because this could go horribly wrong, and maybe I want to save this for the next stream, just for when it goes horribly wrong. I'm gonna check on something. Okay, yes. Yeah. Isn't he great? Yes, this is the station I was making earlier. Technically, this is more parts of the station, but I am not going to be launching it tonight because I am, in fact, going to be stopping for the night. So we are going to just scrub this landing. Oh, I wanted to test the launch abort system though. Let me test that, and then we'll call it. Done. Let's see here. KSS Mun Lab renovations. Cool. We'll just send Jeb. Cool. Launch. And then yeah, we're gonna simulate a use of the launch escape system. It's going to be a computer simulation. No Kerbals are actually in danger. Quick save. Oh no! See, it's a good thing no Kerbals were in danger. I suspect there are problems incoming. I forgot what the abort button is, but also, something there was staged wrong. Do I have an abort button just on screen? Ah, yes, there we are. Doesn't seem to be working. It's fine. Activate. It works perfectly. Cool. All right. Well, thank you for hanging out. I can't wait to see how terribly that all goes when we try to launch the actual mission, which will be on Saturday. So, Saturday morning U.S. Pacific time, roughly 10 a.m. If you want to see this go horribly wrong, join me. Thank you for hanging out. You are all cool. I will see you when I see you. Bye.